Hello, fellow Westeros enthusiasts, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're repouring a tall glass of Arbor Gold and raising a toast to the one and only Tyrion Lannister. The imp, whose wit is as sharp as Valyrian steel, especially when he's had a few. We all know the iconic line, "I drink and I know things," but Tyrion's relationship with the bottle is so much more than a catchphrase. It's a goldmine of comedy, philosophy, and some of the most memorable moments in television history. From his snarky quips in a King's Landing tavern to his profound pronouncements while staring down a dragon, his drunken rants are legendary. So grab your favorite beverage as we uncork the genius behind the imp's inebriation and explore why his tipsy wisdom still resonates with us all these years later. Let us dive right into the good stuff. The top 5 unforgettable drunken moments that define Tyrion Lannister. First up, of course, it's the scene that launched 1,000 memes. His "I drink and I know things" declaration to Missandei and Grey Worm. It's not just a boast. It's his entire philosophy summed up in one perfect, slightly slurred sentence. He's an outcast, underestimated by everyone, but his mind and his access to wine are his superpowers. It's the ultimate power move from the ultimate underdog. Next, we have his explosive trial speech in the throne room. Fueled by betrayal and a lifetime of scorn. This isn't just a rant. It's a volcanic eruption of truth. "I wish I was the monster you think I am." The raw emotion is palpable, but there's a dark, bitter humor to it as he condemns the very people judging him. He turns their mockery back on them with such ferocious intelligence that you can't help but cheer, even as his life hangs in the balance. It's a masterclass in defiance, all while looking like he could use a long nap. Let's not forget his earlier, more light-hearted scenes. Remember his interactions with Bronn and Shae. These moments were pure comedic relief. Think back to his confession in the Eyrie, surrounded by hostile knights. He spins a ridiculous tale of debauchery, turning a life-or-death situation into a stand-up comedy routine. It's brilliant. He uses their perception of him as a lecherous deviant to his advantage, disarming them with laughter and absurdity. These scenes were crucial for establishing his character as a survivor, who uses wit as his primary weapon. Another classic is his time as Hand of the King, constantly battling with his sister Cersei. Many of their tensest conversations happen over a goblet of wine. The liquid courage allows him to say what no one else dares to. He pokes and prods at her pride, delivering insults so finely crafted they're almost poetic. There's a particular scene where he details Joffrey's cruelty, and his drunkenness seems to be the only thing shielding him from Cersei's immediate wrath. He's playing with fire, but he's just sober enough to keep from getting burned, most of the time. And finally, our 5th moment is his philosophical musing with Varys. Whether they're crossing the narrow sea or wandering through Meereen, their conversations are a highlight of the series. With wine in hand, Tyrion waxes poetic about power, destiny, and the nature of man. The alcohol seems to unlock a deeper, more vulnerable layer of his intellect. He's not just being witty. He's grappling with the biggest questions of their world, and his drunken state makes his profound insights feel even more earned and authentic. But what's the deeper meaning behind all this drinking? It's not just for laughs. Tyrion's drunkenness is a powerful narrative tool. It's his shield and his soapbox. In a society built on lies and strict decorum, being drunk gives him a license to speak the unfiltered truth. When he's sober, he has to be cunning and careful. But when he's drinking, he can drop the pretense. His inebriation becomes a catalyst for rebellion against the hypocritical norms of the nobility. He can insult a king, challenge his father, and expose the absurdity of the great game because, hey, he's just the drunk little fool, right? This state also reveals his deep-seated vulnerability. Tyrion drinks to cope with immense pain, the scorn of his family, the loss of love, and the constant threat to his life. When his inhibitions are lowered, we see the wounded man beneath the witty exterior. We see his loneliness and his desperate need for genuine connection and respect. Think about his conversations with Jaime or his tragic relationship with Shay. The wine often brings his deepest sorrows to the surface, making him one of the most human and relatable characters in the entire saga. These drunken confessions often foreshadowed major plot points, revealing his true allegiances or hinting at the betrayals to come. Of course, none of this would work without the absolute masterclass in acting from Peter Dinklage. The art of the slurred word is something he perfected. It's never just about slurring his speech. It's the subtle stumble, the slightly delayed reaction, the way he uses a goblet as a prop to emphasize a point. Dinklage's portrayal is filled with nuance. He can shift from hilarious physical comedy to devastating emotional honesty in the span of a single scene, all while believably playing drunk. Take a closer look at his comedic timing. The pauses he takes before delivering a punchline are everything. He lets the tension build, lulling other characters and the audience into a false sense of security before hitting them with a zinger. It's a rhythm he has mastered. And dramatically, these pauses add weight to his words. When he's drunk, he's often speaking inconvenient truths that no one wants to hear. The drunkenness allows him to get away with it, framing his sharpest critiques as the ramblings of an intoxicated man. This gave the writers a clever way for Tyrion to voice the audience's own frustrations with the characters and the world, all without him immediately losing his head. So, why do these scenes remain so incredibly popular and rewatchable? I think it's because they represent a perfect fusion of comedy, drama, and character depth. Tyrion's drunken tales are endlessly entertaining, but they're also packed with meaning. He's the court jester who is secretly the wisest person in the room. He makes us laugh with his antics, but he also makes us think with his surprisingly profound observations on life, power, and humanity. In a show that can be relentlessly dark, Tyrion's tipsy escapades were a much-needed source of light and levity. He was our guide through the madness, and his goblet was his scepter. He proved that you don't need a crown or a dragon to be a king. Sometimes, all you need is a sharp mind and a bottomless supply of wine. That's a wrap on our tribute to the god of tits and wine. What's your favorite drunken Tyrion moment? Did I miss any of your favorites? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed raising a glass with us today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the worlds we love. Thanks for watching, and until next time, here's to the imp. Cheers.